Hello, it's great to have you with us tonight on the NPL Live Show. I'm Serene Damaki. I'm joined tonight by players from the NPL New South Wales Men's 2 competition, skipper Michael Ralston from the Northern Tigers, and from the Western Sydney Wanderers, defender Lachlan Campbell. Thanks for coming in tonight. It's great to have you with us.
Good to be here. Thanks for having us.
Well, let's take a look at the NPL New South Wales Men's 2 competition and their season so far.
We are past halfway point in the PlayStation 4 NPL 2 New South Wales Men's competition, and things are well and truly heating up. Let's check in and see where the teams are at. After recruiting wisely in the off-season, the Marconi Stallions are outright leaders on the ladder. Their front three, including top scorer Sean Rooney, have been ruthless this year. However, a mid-season coaching switch and some concerning losses has the other team smelling blood. Second and third spots belong to the Northern Tigers and St George FC respectively. Both teams have impressed this year with some dazzling play and some standout performances. The A-League feeder teams, Central Coast Mariners and Western Sydney Wanderers, sit below. Central Coast seem to be building on an up-and-down 2016, while the Western Sydney Wanderers, last year's runners-up, started vibrantly, however with high expectations, have taken the foot off the accelerator. The beauty of the NPL 2 competition is that every team is dangerous, and any team can win on their day. The middle of the table sees New Boys Hills Brumbies dispel any first-year jitters at 6th, while Mount Druitt, North Shore Mariners, Macarthur Rams and Bankstown are nipping at their heels. Rounding out the bottom of the ladder is Spirit FC, who despite fielding a strong team, can't do much against goals like this. Blacktown Spartans and Bankstown City FC sit bottom, but will surely be a bogeyman team approaching the finals. It's going to be a tight race, and may the best team win.
Lachlan, the Western Sydney Wanderers were the club favoured to take out the premiership at the start of the season. Tell us about your season so far.
I think we've had a pretty solid season so far. We've been playing some good football against most teams, most games. We've been getting results, but some haven't gone our way. So I think we should be able to pick up a few more points for the next season, like half of the season. So
and live up to the your favoured and your contenders right through the. You never know.
I think we can push towards the finals.
Push towards the finals. Yeah, good one. And what about the Northern Tigers? Mike, currently second place. So what are some of the highlights and the lowlights of your season so far?
Yeah, I think we probably didn't have that same label that perhaps some other teams did in the competition, which probably helped a bit. It just meant that we were able to go about our business without too much fuss and just focus on what we needed to do. I think early on in the season we were probably a little bit inconsistent. But I think the improvement that we've shown throughout the course of the year has been awesome, and I think now we're starting to string some results sort of consistently together, which is all at the top.
Any sort of specific highlights that really stand out for you in the first half of the season? Anything come to mind?
Beating these boys wasn't too bad. Knocking them off top perch, and then obviously a couple of nice results on the trot against Marconi and the Spartans as well. Oh,
good one. What about you, Lachlan? Any highlights for you this season so far?
I think a big game for us was against Mariners.
Right.
We went up that game, we played really well then, and just the other week coming back against Mount Druitt, down 3-1, came back 4-3. So
nice one, good. Well, we're talking about games, so let's reflect on the recent games that you've had. Lachlan, you had a 2-0 loss against the Bankstown City Lions. No?
Yeah, it's 3-2.
3-2? Oh, 3-2. My apologies. I get that wrong. 3-2 loss. 3-2 loss against the Bankstown City Lions. What do you think let the team down?
I think we copped an early goal off a kick-off, so I think a few of the boys, their heads dropped a bit, but we came back strong in the second half. We went up 2-1, and then I think maybe just a bit of lack of experience throughout the season. We've been copping goals a bit late in the game, so we haven't been able to close out the game, and we copped 2 towards the end, so yeah.
And what do you think you'd do differently in the lead up to the next game?
I think it's just mentality throughout the whole game, being able to stay switched on for the full 90 minutes and be able to close out games better. So
Good one. And Michael, you had a 3-0 win. Is that correct? Get my stats right?
Yep.
A 3-0 win against the Mounties Wanderers, and that was then. So how was the game?
Game was actually pretty tough. I don't think it's been an easy game all year, but first half they probably came out a little bit differently to how we were expecting, and it took us a while to adjust to that. We sort of went in 1-0 up at the break, but it was quite a close first half. Second half, I think after the chat at half time, we went out there and executed essentially what we spoke about at half time, and came out with the result.
So as captain, how do you feel the team performed?
Look, I think we responded well. They probably caught us a little bit off guard in that they were quite direct. They also had a couple of a new striker up front, and I think he won quite a bit in the air, which is obviously something we had to deal with.
Sure.
But I think in terms of how we responded at half time, going out and executing what we were speaking about at half time was really pleasing.
Oh, good one. Good. Well, you are into the second half of the season. So, who do you think the team is? Who is the team to watch and why?
I'll let you kick it off.
Obviously Marconi up the top there. They've got some big names. They've got a very good squad. So they're the ones out in front. Everyone's got to chase them now. So I think they've probably got
they're the ones to watch.
And so is the same as Northern Tigers. They played very well against us. They played some good football. So I think they're ones to watch as well. Yeah.
Great. What about you, Michael? What do you think is the team to watch?
I think
why?
I'm not sure how many wins on the trot it's been, but Central Coast have started to string a few good results together pretty consistently, and I think it's about this time of the season when a team's starting to find some form that I guess you've got to watch out for them. Just be interesting to see whether or not Marconi can sort of continue their lead up the top.
Yeah, it's still anyone's game, right? In terms of that. And what about players? I mean, we're talking about teams to watch. For you personally, are there any players that kind of stand out for you, and why?
For us, probably because I'm a defender, I have to watch out for the strikers and the attackers. So,
right.
Northern Tigers got a few quick guys up front, and Marconi got some big names in Pavlovich and Sean Rooney as well. So got to watch out for them.
Got to watch out for them as a defender. What about you, Michael?
Yeah, I also play at the back. So similarly, I mean the front three at Marconi obviously sort of been around last year and this year. So I think it'd be crazy not to say those guys as a defender. But realistically, I think you look at some of the strikers floating around the competition these days. Even the new teams that have come up. You got Checker at Hills, a couple of our old boys over at North Shore Mariners there, sort of scoring pretty consistently. So I think there's a young boy up at the Mariners too. I might have a closer look at him.
Have a closer look at him. Well, speaking of strikers, it is that time to take a look at goal of the week. So let's say his goal of the week for round 14 in the NPL New South Wales men's competition.
Mitchell restarts this once again. 1 in midfield though by the Wollongong Wolves. This has been their best period. Griffin. Markovic. Does well to beat a couple. Still there for Markovic! Oh, it's a great strike. And we are level at 1-1 in some style. James Markovic announces himself with a cracker. All of a sudden, Manly were enjoying things their own way. We're locked at 1-1.
Congratulations, James Markovic from the Wollongong Wolves. What do you guys think of that strike? You were eyeing when you had a look at Lachlan.
No, it's a great finish there. Yeah. Good one to give and go. So,
how would you have defended that one?
It's a bit hard to say, but maybe just track the runner a bit better.
What do you think of the strike?
Yeah, it was awesome. Great hit, stayed hit. I think it was just instinct. It fell to him, and he took the chance.
And on it went. Yeah, no, it was a good one. Good on him. Michael, you've been captain with the Northern Tigers for quite a few years now, and the Tigers themselves are quite consistent in playing finals football. What do you think the key factors to success are when it comes to consistency and someone succeeding?
I'm sure you hear sort of club culture sort of thrown around a little bit, but probably that's
Cliches
the biggest
for a reason.
consistency across the number of years that I've been there. I think the guys rock up to training. It's all fun and games. We have a good chat. We play some games before we start training, and then I think once the session starts, it's heads down, bum up. So I think that's probably the one thing. Obviously, work rate and work rate and tenacity of training, input, making sure you switch on, all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good one. And what is it about the culture? Tell me more about the culture, the Northern Tigers culture. What's it like? Day in the life of.
Look, it's literally just like hanging out with your mates. You rock up to training, you talk to the guys about what they've been up to, what's doing. You have a beer with them after training, celebrate a victory after the game, all those sorts of things. Whether it's on game day or
not
over the weekend, that sort of stuff.
So it's the relationships on and off the pitch.
Yeah, I think
right?
so.
Yeah. And playing in the men's top tier, is that something you aspire to?
Yeah, it's a funny one. I think you always want to challenge yourself, and you always want to get sort of as high as you can at any level or anything you do. So definitely want to try and take the Tigers up to NPL 1 at some stage. We came close a few years back. We sort of did double, won the premiership, won the grand final. And for reasons outside of our control, we didn't get to go up that year. But hopefully, it's not too far away.
Hopefully. What keeps you busy off the pitch?
Work, believe it or not.
What do you do?
So I work in marketing for a beer company.
Marketing for a beer company.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brand called Little Creatures and White Rabbit. Yeah.
Good. You enjoy it?
Yeah, I love it. I've been with the company about 5.5 years.
Oh wow.
Get to go down, hang out with the brewers. Could be worse.
Good. Well, how old are you? Like I was going to say,
18.
what? 18. Okay, fine. It was like hang on into the age there. And what else do you enjoy? So you work for a marketing company for a brewing company. What else do you do when you've got some spare time? If you've got any spare time.
Yeah, spare time's hard to come by at the moment. Just with I guess training 3 nights a week and games on the weekend. Usually Sundays there's a bit of recovery in there at some stage. Maybe not as an 18-year-old, but when you get to my age, you kind of got to take care of yourself a bit better.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, good one. And Lachlan, you were part of the Football New South Wales Institute of Sport for Boys in 2015. Is that correct? Under Craig Foster.
Yeah.
Tell us about that experience.
That was a great season. Yeah. Learned a lot from him. We had, a lot of the season was learning about different formations and he helped me understand the game a lot more. For different systems and that sort of stuff. And it was a big step up from coming from Prem 2 in the Brumbies where I was. So it was a different game. Yeah.
Oh, great! So you really got a lot out of it. Learned a lot from it.
Definitely. Yeah,
made a lot of friends, relationships.
Oh yeah. Everyone got along there, so that was good. So.
Oh, good one. Good on you. Good for you. I guess you're here now. And what's it like playing football with senior footballers?
It's a great experience, great test. Obviously they're a bit stronger, a bit faster sometimes. So it's learning how to deal with that. Different traits we have. So. Yeah, we've just got to be able to step up and play against the older boys. So.
But you get to learn so much along the way, don't you?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And what's it like playing in your senior squad, being with the Hyundai A-League as a pathway?
Yeah.
What's that like?
It's a great environment, great incentive for the boys. Everyone works hard at trainings. Everyone puts in, and it's just good to have that goal there in the end. If you're performing, you get chances if you're stepping up, performing, so it's good.
And is the men's top tier something you aspire to?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
In the end, so
good on you.
It's got to keep consistency and hope for the best. So.
Good on you, Lachlan. Good on you guys. And on to your upcoming games. So your games this weekend, I believe match of the round is the Western Sydney Wanderers against Spirit FC. Is that correct? Yep.
Yep.
And the Northern Tigers play against St George. So how are you guys feeling about your games?
We need to turn it around from last week against Bankstown.
Not your 2-0 loss.
Yeah, 3-2 loss. Yeah.
3-2 loss, yeah.
So, we had a close game against Spirit last time. It was 4-3. So we've got to be careful with that. Try to hold them out, not concede as many goals, obviously. So yeah.
Good one. How about you, Michael? How are you feeling about your game against St George?
Looking forward to the clash. I think we beat them in round 1, but it was quite a hard-fought contest. And then, I mean, those guys along with Central Coast are probably one of the form sides of the competition in recent weeks. So, it'd be interesting to see how they are on Saturday.
Oh, all right, good. Well, before I let you go, we usually do shout outs at the end, give you guys an opportunity to, cameras all yours, and say hello to anyone or anyone you want to send messages to. Go ahead.
Just shout out to the boys back at Wanderers. The whole squad's there. See you tomorrow morning for training. So.
To my boys, no doubt you're going to give me grief about this in about half an hour. So see you soon, and any family watching as well.
Oh, good one, good. Thanks again for coming in tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure, and good luck for your games on the weekend, and you hopefully not copping any grief when you go to training. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Let's have a look at the upcoming fixtures for round 15 for the NPL New South Wales men's competition. On Saturday, the Sutherland Sharks will host Sydney United 58, 6:30pm at Seymour Shore. At 7pm, Bonnyrigg Sports Club will see the Bonnyrigg White Eagles take on frontrunners Apia Leichhardt Tigers, and at 7:45pm Sydney FC play Manly United at Lambert Park. On Sunday, Sydney Olympic will host Parramatta FC 3pm at Belmore Sports Ground, while the Wollongong Wolves play Blacktown City 3pm at Wynn Stadium. 5pm at Illingdon Sports Centre, the Rockdale City Suns play against Hakoah Sydney City East. That's it from us tonight. Thank you again to our guests tonight, Michael Ralston and Lachlan Campbell. Thank you, as always, for your company. Looking forward to it again next week on the NPL Live Show. I'm Serene Damaki, and I'll catch you then.